World War I. The Great War, 1914 to 1918. World War I, also known as the Great War, was a devastating global conflict that reshaped history and the world as we know it. Fought from 1914 to 1918, it involved the major powers of the time, spanning Europe, Asia, Africa, and beyond. The war's roots are complex, with numerous factors escalating tensions, leading to one of the deadliest conflicts in history. The underlying causes of the war can be traced back to four main factors: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism, often summarized with the acronym MAIN. Militarism, the buildup of massive armies and advanced weapons, had been on the rise across Europe. This created a climate of tension and competition, with nations preparing for a potential war rather than prioritizing diplomatic solutions. Alliances also played a pivotal role. European countries had formed interlocking treaties and agreements promising mutual support in the case of conflict. Two main alliances emerged: the Triple Entente, consisting of France, Russia, and Britain, and the Triple Alliance of Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. These alliances meant that a conflict between two countries could easily draw others into the fray. Imperialism added fuel to the fire. European powers were in fierce competition for colonies, resources, and global influence, particularly in Africa and Asia. This struggle for dominance created additional resentment and rivalry. Meanwhile, nationalism stirred tensions within and between countries. National pride and the desire for self-determination caused friction, particularly in the Balkans, where nationalist movements sought independence from empires like Austria-Hungary. The immediate catalyst for World War I was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary on June 28, 1914, in Sarajevo. This event triggered a chain reaction. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, whom they held responsible for the assassination. Due to the alliance system, Russia came to Serbia's defense, Germany supported Austria-Hungary, and soon, many other nations were pulled into what became a full-scale war. Germany, aiming to strike swiftly, launched a plan called the Schlieffen Plan, which involved invading France through Belgium to avoid a prolonged war on two fronts with Russia and France. But Belgium's resistance and Britain's support slowed down the German advance, leading to the first battles on the Western Front. In the east, Russia mobilized quickly, forcing Germany and Austria-Hungary into brutal engagements. As the war dragged on, both sides dug into complex trench systems, marking the start of trench warfare. The Western Front became a grueling battlefield, where soldiers endured horrific conditions, entrenched in a brutal stalemate. Artillery bombardments, poison gas attacks, and machine guns created a level of destruction the world had never seen. Notable battles like the Battle of the Somme and the Battle of Verdun resulted in hundreds of thousands of casualties, yet moved the front lines by only a few miles. Meanwhile, new fronts opened in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia as nations sought to expand their influence and disrupt their enemies' colonies and trade routes. The Ottoman Empire joined the Central Powers, while Japan sided with the Allies, targeting German colonies in Asia and the Pacific. In 1917, the United States entered the war on the side of the Allies after repeated provocations, including unrestricted German submarine warfare and the infamous Zimmermann telegram. This entry marked a turning point, as fresh American troops provided a morale boost and material support to the exhausted Allies. By late 1918, with Allied forces pressing on and German morale dwindling, the Central Powers began to crumble. The German government sought an armistice, and on November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., the war officially came to an end. World War I's aftermath was complex and transformative. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, imposed harsh penalties on Germany, redrew national borders, and established the League of Nations to prevent future conflicts. However, these measures failed to secure lasting peace. Economic hardship and political instability, particularly in Germany, set the stage for World War II. The human toll of World War I was staggering. An estimated 16 million people, soldiers and civilians alike, lost their lives, and millions more were wounded or displaced. Advances in technology introduced new methods of warfare, but also led to unprecedented levels of destruction. The Great War forever changed the way wars were fought and had a profound impact on the 20th century, leaving lasting scars on the world. Today, World War I stands as a reminder of the destructive potential of global conflicts and the importance of diplomacy and peace-building efforts. It was a war that changed the course of history, with effects that reverberate even in the present day.